Hey everyone, and welcome to the final episode of Mega Man Zero, which will be devoted to some extra game modes that this game has. So in previous episode we checked all the small fries, all the small elves, what effects they have, but today, let's check out the extra modes that this game has. So if you remember when we completed the game actually notified us that we unlocked hard mode. So to gain access to hard mode, you have to be in this menu here. So highlight new game and hold L button, and while you are holding it, start the game. So as you may already heard, there was this notification. So that sound notified you that you are now in hard mode. So nothing really changes much in the hard mode. The only thing that changes here is pretty much the damage that enemies are dealing to you. So in this mode, Zero takes 50% more damage from enemies and bosses. And also bosses, I heard they have some new attacks at their disposal as well. So also note that in this mode we don't have our elves. Basically this is a fresh new save, only in hard mode. So, and take a look how much damage these blue dudes are dealing to me. That's quite a lot, so okay, so I completed the intro mission and also the Aztec Falcon mission. So let's see now. So here's the thing that I noticed about this hard mode, because I never actually played through all of it, but here are some things that I noticed about it, that your weapons in this mode do not level up. They will always stay at 1 star. It doesn't matter what you do. So, and it also means that you cannot use your elemental chips, because although you can acquire them, but to use them you have to actually charge your weapons, but now that you are in hard mode you cannot actually do that, simply because you cannot level up your weapons. So, and one also thing that I noticed about hard mode, that enemies in general are much more clever, they are much more wiser, they are much more violent, and also their placements are a bit changed in this mode as well. So, but if you are a new player of this game, even when you unlock this hard mode after playing through the game normally one time, I don't advise you to go through it, simply because it's not really worth the effort, because there's nothing you can unlock here. So, but if you're up for a challenge, then this mode is for you. I heard that the only exception weapon-wise where you can actually use your elemental chips in this hard mode is Shield Boomerang, but I really don't see the incentive for me to go through this game so far to get Shield Boomerang to test that out. So but that's what I heard. Okay, and back to the main game screen we go once again. So remember how I told you that you can get one very special Cyber Elf in this game? So to get it, well, you actually need to perform one extra challenge in this game. You have to complete all the game, like we did before, get all the elves, like we did before, but here's the catch. You need to raise all of them, like we did before, but you don't have to use them. So here's the biggest catch. You don't have to use them. So when you complete the game that way, then when you load up your save file, then you'll notice that there will be something interesting in our elf menu. So once again we are loading up our save file, only now some things will be changed. So once again we'll be starting the game from the beginning. So so let's see. Let's check our elf section. As you can see, there is one new section here, because normally there are only 3 sections here. So let's check it out. Here we have Rare section, a very unique Cyber Elf. So this whole Rare section is only devoted to this one Cyber Critter alone. So so this elf's name is Jackson. And he has very unique ability with him. Hold jump button for supremacy. The problem is that you need to raise him So yeah, I'll complete this intro mission and then we'll be raising him. So okay, so I completed the intro mission, so let's see how much crystals we need to feed that Jackson elf to raise him. And by the way, if you are wondering, this is not my actually previous save file where we completed the game normally. As you can see, I got all the elves on this new save file that I'm showing you right now, but I haven't used any of them. That's why I got this Jackson elf. As you can see, all my previous elves, they are not grayed out, so they are still not used. They are raised, but are still not used. So let's see. Jackson needs 1,500 crystals. Keep in mind that we will have to raise him 2 times in total, so basically it's a level 3 elf. So yeah, back to farming spot we go once again. So yeah, I'll be right back when I take care of that. Okay, so while I'm farming for these crystals for my Michael Jackson elf, so you may wonder on which mode you can get this Jackson elf, because we have like 2 game modes here, right? Normal mode and hard mode. Well, the answer is on both. It doesn't matter which mode you play, you can get Jackson elf on both modes. But like I mentioned before, I don't recommend getting Jackson elf on hard mode, simply because yeah, on hard mode things are much more violent. Yeah, enemies even drop health pellets less. That's what I noticed as well. So yeah, for Jackson elf I recommend going through the game on normal mode. Billie Jean is not my lover. Okay, your farmer is back. So let's raise our Jackson elf finally. Yeah, I got enough crystals to raise him, so let's see. Eat! Eat! Alright, so after that we will have to raise our Jackson elf one more time, so now he'll need yeah, 3,000 more crystals. So this elf is super hungry, but the effect is pretty nice, so yeah. And by the way, speaking about our other elves, you can actually use them now in this save file. It doesn't matter now, because we already got Jackson, so yeah, now it doesn't matter. So, but yeah, I'll be back, well, when our King of Pop grows even bigger. Although, how can he grow even bigger? I have no idea. He's already the king, okay?
1 hour late.
Okay, and we are back. Yeah, it took me a while to get all these needed crystals for that Jackson elf, but I finally got them, so let's go. Let's feed you, okay? Grow. Grow. Eat. Here we go. Yeah, Jackson elf has pretty interesting ability, but in my opinion, this supremacy is not too useful, not too practical. Why exactly, you'll see just in a moment, but first let's download this Jackson elf and let's use it to actually use his ability. So let's go. Temporary invincibility. Yeah, you probably see where this is going, so yeah, this invincibility works when you hold your jump button for about 5 seconds. Just like that. As you can see, yeah, Zero begins to flash in different colors, and while he is flashing like that, he is invincible to everything. So let's test this Jackson elf on some enemies here. So let's see, let's wait for the magic to happen. Ow, okay. Yeah, as you can see, it doesn't last too long. It lasts maybe for about 10 seconds or so. So it's pretty nice ability, but here's the catch why it's not so practical. It's not so practical because to activate it you actually have to hold down your jump button for 5 seconds. And you know, if there's so much action happening on the screen, for example, in some places, then you won't have enough time to actually activate this Jackson Elf, you know? Because, yeah, during that time, maybe you will need your jump button, you know? So that's why I say that this elf is not too handy. But it's a pretty nice feature, pretty nice extra for all the completionists out there. Unfortunately, we could not get this elf on our regular playthrough when we were just playing this game normally. In that save file which we were using in our Let's Play. Well, simply because I was using some elves in that save file. So, yeah. But what I advise you to do, I advise you to complete the game normally first. And then on your second playthrough, start the game fresh. And then get all the elves, raise them fully. Do not use any of them. Okay? And yeah, complete the game that way to unlock this elf and play around with him here. So, I'm kinda feeling a bit like a moonwalker while using this. Yeah, pretty nice elf. And here's one more interesting thing that game offers you when you complete the game one time. You can just, yeah, scroll through the credits. So... But yeah, I completed the game one time, but I completed it in Jackson mode, so basically what I did now, I completed the game with all the Cyber Elves used, including Jackson. And you may ask why I did that. Well, to gain access to one final mode that this game has to offer, which is... That's right, Ultimate Mode. So yeah, once you complete the game with all the Cyber Elves used, including Jackson, it doesn't matter on which mode, on normal mode or hard mode, then you gain access to this Ultimate Mode. So to gain access to the Ultimate Mode itself, basically when you complete the game that way, you save the game, and then from this start screen, highlight a new game option, hold the R button, and start a new game. Once again, this sound notification will pop up to notify you that you entered the extra mode. So, once again, we start the game from the beginning, only now there will be some changes here. Yeah, as you might already notice, our health bar is big. So, what that actually means is that we start this ultimate mode with pretty much everything that there is in the game. With all our Cyber Elves, as you can see. And although they are colored, they are actually used. As you can see, even our Michael Jackson elf is here as well. So, also here, as you can see, we start, yeah, with all our sub-tanks. Also with 9,999 crystals. So this mode is basically like an easy mode of this game, which is pretty hard to get, to be honest, so I don't think it's worth the hassle, but still, this mode is here. So yeah, now we can, well, moonwalk through everything right from the beginning of the game. So I completed the intro mission in this ultimate mode. Note how in elf section we don't have a penalty for using elves. So yeah, basically, we start this mode with all our elves used, permanent ones, but we don't get penalty in missions. So, also in this mode there are a couple of interesting things in regards to our weapons. So basically I completed the intro mission, and when you get, for example, Z-Saber, you'll notice that our weapons are already leveled up, so you basically don't have to raise them, you don't have to invest your time into them, basically. As you can see, we don't have all the weapons right off the bat, simply because to get the other ones you need to proceed through the game normally and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure once you get them, they'll be raised fully as well. So, and speaking about elves, we are now at the trans server. So for example, if I want to feed my elves, will I be able to do that? Let's see. Nope, you've used it already. Yep. And same thing goes when you try to download these elves. Yep, you already used it, so we cannot do that, simply because they are already active. So, Okay, so I completed a couple of missions here to grab Triple Rod and Shield Boomerang. And yeah, I can confirm that when you obtain them, they are fully leveled up right off the bat. So yeah, that's pretty kick-ass. There's also one interesting thing about weapons. Game in this mode gives you access to weird button inputs where you can use charged up versions of all of these weapons right off the bat as well. So basically these button inputs, they are similar to Street Fighter button inputs, you know, these awkward ones where you have to make these half circle inputs, quarter circle inputs and whatnot. So yeah, let me actually show you how they work. They'll be kinda tedious to input, but I'll try to input them. So let's see, so now we have Z-Buster here and our Z-Saber equipped, so let's now fiddle around with these two weapons. So to use half-charged Z-Buster right off the bat without charging it, to use its half-charged Z-Buster version, you have to press down to forward plus weapon button. So let's see if I'll be able to pull this one off. Here we go. Yeah, as you can see, we were not charging anything, but by inputting that button combination, we could use that skill right out the bat. So, okay, and one more thing in regards to Z-Buster, you can also use fully charged version of it if you press down to forward plus weapon. So this combination will be much more harder to input. So let's see. Nope, that was a half charge. Half charge again. Yeah, good with these half charges, but full charges? Oh god. Yeah, you can kinda tell that I was never good at Street Fighter. Yeah, I think I showed full charge. I think that was full charge. Here we go. Yeah, poor chubby guy is just sitting there looking at all my fails and is like, really? Really, man? Okay, that's it for Z-Buster. Speaking about Z-Saber, we can use charged Z-Saber right off the bat as well. If you press forward to down plus Z-Saber button. Here we go, just like that. Okay, that's it for Z-Buster and Z-Saber. So now let's fiddle around with the Triple Rod and Shield Boomerang here. So let's see. So you can use charged Triple Rod right off the bat as well, and the button combination for that is pretty tricky as well. So basically you have to input forward, then down forward, plus your Triple Rod button. So let's see. Come on. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, and speaking about Shield Boomerang, you can use charged Shield Boomerang as well right off the bat. If you press down to forward plus Shield Boomerang button. Come on. Here we go. So yeah, that's how these button combinations work. I don't know why they are here, because Ultimate Mode should be easy mode, but these button combinations apparently are super easy to input for people who are good at Street Fighter. So why are they here? I have no idea. So, but yeah, I pretty much showed everything that there is in the game, and yeah, that's it pretty much. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this whole experience, this whole Let's Play. I already made my review of this game when I completed the game proper. So yeah, I pretty much told you everything that I had to tell you about this game. So only one more thing that I found out quite recently. So remember how in this game I was kinda curious why some bad guys are telling us that we are a Maverick for whatever reason, although we are a good guy, we are a Reploid. But here's the thing that I found on Mega Man Zero wiki page, that the Four Guardians are a group of powerful Reploids that were created from the DNA of the original Mega Man X to serve and protect Neo Arcadia against evil forces. So I don't know if other games in the series, in the Mega Man Zero series, state that, but I found that particular point quite interesting because they think that they are good guys, but apparently something went wrong in their programming and yeah, they are attacking good guys actually, so, which are us. So basically they think that they are doing the right thing, but they are wrong, just like Copy X. So, and also the fact that they are clones of X, I also found that quite interesting. So basically Copy X is a clone of X, but as you can see we have 4 more copies here as well. So, but yeah, I'll see you all in the next Let's Play. We'll definitely return to Mega Man Zero series as well. I actually played through Mega Man Zero 2 recently as well, and Mega Man Zero 2 is a much more difficult game than this one. It's much more challenging. The open world aspect there, unfortunately, is gone. However, it introduces some new things to the game. And yeah, overall, I think, gameplay-wise at least, Mega Man Zero 2 is actually a much more challenging game than this one. But this first entry in series was pretty fun as well. We had this open world feel to this game, which was pretty awesome. And yeah, overall I think that this game is just wonderful. So, but yeah guys, this is it for Mega Man Zero, and I'll see you all, well, in the next game, in the next Let's Play. So, cheers!